Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. A major WWE faction has been split up on Raw by Kikyo AAA. Despite the stars meeting each other before the show got underway, things were unfortunately not meant to be. Before WWE Raw today, there was a picture of Io Sky, Asuka, and Kairi Sane posted. Asuka posted the picture, but she was nowhere to be seen on the red brand tonight. On top of that, the faction was split up. Kairi Sane finally made her return after a long injury, but there was no on-screen meet-up of her and Io Sky, who has been doing everything alone in the absence of her faction mates. Since it's Triple H who makes all final creative decisions, this would be his call. During her entrance, Kairi Sane didn't get the usual announcement saying that she was representing damaged CTRL. Also, there was no Io Sky in her corner. Asuka has not officially returned, so her absence was more expected. Triple H has quietly split up the faction on-screen without announcing it. Had they been together still, the usual signs and the screens and ring announcements would have all been present. Dakota Kai was naturally also missing, but that's because she has been released by the company. At this point, it remains to be seen if the game still keeps her as part of the Kabuki Warriors with Asuka when the Empress returns. In his free time, Ann Urban is an avid reader and spends hours lost in books. Ann Urban has worked in the field of wrestling and mixed martial arts journalism for several years. In addition to his work on Sportskeeda, Ann Urban is a fiction writer and has co-written over 20 biographies. He was also a columnist for 90 Minutes. The Monday Night Raw that aired this past week may go down in history not for a massive return or a thunderous heel turn, but for something much quieter, more calculated, and far more unsettling. The subtle disbandment of one of WWE's most dominant factions. Under the steady, strategic hand of Paul Triple H Levesque, the creative vision of WWE continues to evolve, and in the shadows of pyro and promos, a once unbreakable alliance has been left in pieces. Unlike the explosive splits of the past, think Seth Rollins' chair shot to Roman Reigns or Batista's brutal thumbs-down betrayal. This one unfolded with a slow burn. No chair shots, no betrayals, no dramatic monologues. Just tension, distance, and an eerie silence between the members of a group that once defined Raw. From the moment Triple H took over creative duties, subtle changes began appearing in how WWE's factions were portrayed. Storytelling became more nuanced, layered, psychological. And while the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and Dominic Mysterio remained a fixture on weekly programming, keen-eyed fans began to notice the fractures. Over the past month, camera shots lingered just a little too long on the icy glares between Balor and Priest. Ripley, while still the de facto leader and enforcer, seemed increasingly distant, focused more on her own title reign than group affairs. Dominic, often the comic relief and emotional weak link, looked unsure of his place, missing cues in matches, always one step behind. Triple H didn't need fireworks to drive this story. He used silence. This week on Raw, it came to a head. The Judgment Day were scheduled for a tag match. Priest and Dominic versus Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. Balor was conspicuously absent from ringside. Ripley, too, was nowhere to be found. The camera caught Dominic backstage, searching for his stablemates, frustration etched on his face. Priest simply shrugged. "They got other things going on," he muttered. During the match, Dominic took the pin. Priest didn't offer a hand to help him up. He just walked away. No words. No declarations. But the message was clear. This stable is no more. After the commercial break, Dominic was seen storming into the Judgment Day locker room, only to find it empty. No Balor. No Ripley. Just silence. The camera lingered as Dominic looked around, his shoulders sagging under the weight of realization. The dissolution of the Judgment Day comes at a fascinating time for WWE. With new talent rising and the landscape of Raw evolving, space is being made for new narratives and new stars. Triple H has always been a student of storytelling. His days in DX taught him the power of chaos, but his days running NXT revealed his passion for slow-burn arcs. Under his leadership, stables are no longer just vehicles for dominance. They're character development engines. And when they run their course, they are dismantled not with a bang, but with the quiet precision of a master craftsman. The Judgment Day served its purpose, elevating Priest to Mr. Money in the Bank, solidifying Ripley as a dominant women's world champion, giving Dominic a much-needed edge, and returning Balor to relevance. But now it's time for reinvention. Damian Priest stands on the precipice of main event stardom. With the Money in the Bank briefcase still in his possession, and Roman Reigns' long reign finally over, the window is wide open. Free from the constraints of group dynamics, Priest can now focus solely on when and how he will cash in. His character has matured dramatically under Triple A's watch, shedding the supernatural remnants of his early WWE persona in favor of a grounded, menacing opportunist. Rhea Ripley doesn't need a stable to be relevant. She is the women's division right now. Her dominance speaks for itself, and without the Judgment Day tethering her to others, she can now pivot to new feuds, possibly even intergender storylines, a direction WWE has lightly teased in recent months. A solo Ripley could mark the beginning of a new age of boundary-pushing women's wrestling. Finn Balor, always a wild card, might benefit most from the split. His alliance with the group often overshadowed his individuality. A potential return to his Prince persona, or even a new heel alignment with NXT alumni, could refresh his arc. Alternatively, a babyface turn, fueled by guilt and loneliness, would be a compelling way to reintroduce the complex, tortured hero WWE fans fell in love with. Dominic Mysterio, ironically, may be in the most precarious position. He entered the Judgment Day as an annoying heel, and has grown into a genuinely despised character, a credit to both his commitment and the group's support. But can he survive alone? This could be his crucible moment. Will he step up, surprise everyone, and forge his own path? Or will he spiral, becoming Raw's most tragic figure? The real brilliance of this slow dissolution is how it reflects the current state of WWE creative. In the past, WWE was sometimes accused of sacrificing long-term storytelling for short-term pops. Under Triple A, that's changing. The split of the Judgment Day wasn't a shock value moment. It was a masterclass in subtle storytelling. No music hits, no surprise betrayals, just distance, silence, cold shoulders, and lingering camera shots. It's storytelling for the attentive, rewarding those who pay close attention. And it signals a larger shift in WWE's direction, a shift toward narrative sophistication, layered character arcs, and emotional depth. The Judgment Day may be over, but its legacy will live on. In many ways, it was the perfect Triple H faction. Dark, ambitious, and always playing the long game. Its members were all lost souls who found strength in each other, until that strength became a cage. Now, the pieces scatter. And from them, new stories will rise. The age of Dominic, the cash-in of Priest, the reign of Rhea, the redemption of Balor. Whatever comes next, one thing is clear. Triple H is playing chess, not checkers, and Raw has never felt more unpredictable.